Hi, it's Gaz. Welcome back to my blog. So we're talking about the top 250 movies on IMDB. As I said in the earlier video, I'm going to start doing comparison reviews to reviews that Wyndham Rice has been doing. That Filthy Casual. A link to her page is below. Go and check out her video for the review. And then this is a companion piece to that. I thought it was something that would be really cool and really fun. So, the next movie that I've chosen is The Godfather. So, this is one of my favourite movies of all time. It's in my top 3, top 4. It usually appears at the top. So, I was really excited to see Wyndham's review. Really excited. And she gave it a pretty good review. I'm a fan of the book, and by Mario Puzo, and a massive fan of the movie. For me, it's the character. It's the character of Don Corleone, Vito Corleone, that I love, and then Michael Corleone, who becomes the Don after Vito's death. So much so that I actually have Corleone tattooed on my knuckles. So, yeah, a massive fan of the book and the movie. So, in terms of the movie itself, I mean, one of the things that Wyndham says on her review is that there's big action scenes, and then a lot of nothing, and then some action scenes, and a lot of nothing, and then some action scenes, or an action scene. But what I love about that is, because I'm a fan of the book, it's paced like a book. So you get this, just this really nice, slow pace, which is very rare for a movie. And that's why it stretches to close to 3 hours, because they tried, Francis Ford Coppola tried to, take the inspiration from Mario Puzo's book and pace it in a very similar way. So yeah, I thought that was fantastic. I enjoyed the length and the pace of it. And when the action scenes came, you were more ready for them. You'd gone through this sort of slow weaving drama, and then when the action scenes came, the impact of them was massive. So I really love that. Diane Keaton, Al Pacino, and Marlon Brando, standout performances. A lot of people forget about Robert Duvall as the family lawyer. Again, superb. And James Caan as the older brother Sonny. Michael's older brother Sonny, Vito's eldest son. You've got Al Pacino playing Michael. Out of the family, he's a soldier, so he's not part of the family business, and initially doesn't really want to be part of that family business. Gets drawn into it after incidents with the attempt on his father's life, on Vito Corleone's life, and great story about that is that Al Pacino wasn't originally touted to play Michael Corleone. There was a bunch of other actors it was going to, or they were looking at, and somebody had said to Francis Ford Coppola, "No, you've got to see this guy." And they did the scene where after Michael moves his dad at the hospital and goes to the restaurant to kill the 2 guys for the family. That scene with his, there's a lot close up of his eyes, and Wyndham had said, you watch his eyes, they kind of bore into you. This scene at the restaurant, there's a lot of close-ups on his eyes, and his eyes alone got him that part. The way that his eyes move, you can see the fear in them, because he's never killed somebody up close like this before. So that I found that a fantastic bit of story around how he got the part, but I think he's fantastic in the role. As is pretty much everybody else in this film. I love how it's paced. You've got the iconic score, of course, And obviously, you know, I'm a big fan of score. I think, you know, the iconic score running through this is fantastic. And I love the colours. You've got these really warm autumnal browns. And at the heart of it, it's a film about family. And this is why I love the character so much, the Vito Corleone character. And I love him more in The Godfather Part 2, where he's played by Robert De Niro. You see him as a younger man. And I'll be reviewing that very soon. So you'll see me talking about that. But the character is very much a family man. He's got morals. He has respect. I mean, the essence of what he does is a, you know, it's a horrible, filthy business. You know, he's in the mob. You know, they murder people. You know, they extort money from people. There are forces. You know, it's not a nice business. But at the heart of what he does, there are morals. There's code, and he's very much a family man. Who, you know, feels that respect should be earned. And you see more of that, and again in Godfather Part 2, when De Niro plays the Vito Corleone character, you see more of that. So this film for me, the impact of it when it came out in '72 was phenomenal. You know, nobody had ever seen anything like this, really. So for me, again, it's a 9 out of 10. You know, it's a fantastic piece of filmmaking. I've been a fan of it for many years. I think I've seen it maybe 10 or 11 times in my lifetime. So yeah, you should definitely check out The Godfather if you haven't seen it already. One of the points that Wyndham made as well was when the scene I talked about with Michael, with Al Pacino at the restaurant, they put some tape on the gun so his fingerprints can't be found, and but then he puts his thumbs all over the other place. And one of the things I found, or I read, was that because the guns don't have very smooth surfaces, it's very difficult to get a fingerprint from them. So one of the two places you can are the trigger and the clip at the top of the gun, because they're smooth. So you could potentially obtain a fingerprint from those areas, but it's very difficult to obtain a full fingerprint from other areas because there aren't any smooth surfaces apart from those. So that's possibly the reason that they weren't bothered about getting fingerprints elsewhere on the gun. So if you haven't already checked out The Godfather, you should definitely check that out. I've linked Wyndham Rice down below. Go and check her channel out, That Filthy Casual. One of the big differences you'll see, apart from her being way more beautiful than me, is that I shoot very guerrilla style. I just have a camera and me. My camera's, you can't see this, but my camera's piled up on a pile of books on a little table so that it's at the right height, and that's it. I just come straight in and I go straight out. Wyndham has credits and she's got music. They're like little short movies that she makes, and mine are nowhere near that. So I'm sure you'll appreciate her reviews much more than you'll appreciate mine, but you know, this is still, for me, a very fun thing to do, being a big fan of movies. So go and check out the top 250 movies on IMDB, the list is below. Go and check out Wyndham Rice, her channel is below. Subscribe to mine, you can do that right here, and I'll see you next time.